Alright, it's been a minute. I'm not here to waste your time, so let's just get a quick table of contents in so you can see what you want and then get out.
You need to leave!
I'm gonna start the video off explaining what happened. Where did I go? Did I ghost you guys again? No, I did not. Then right after, I have a shiny new 3D model for Alter that I'm really excited to show you guys. I took design cues from obviously the AI generated concept art we made in the last video, but also lots of the comments that you guys said, so I'm excited to show you guys that. Then I'm gonna talk about a series of unfortunate events that led to me restarting the project and then unrestarting the project. After that, I'm going to give you guys a tour of the work that I did when I restarted Alter, just explain what I've learned since restarting the project and then returning to the current project that we have now. Then after, I'll talk about work that I've done for the tech demo level and possibilities of a tech demo coming soon. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about big changes happening to the gameplay loop and the art direction of the game. So this is definitely a devlog you don't want to miss, but it will be light on the development side. Sorry about that. So we got a lot to cover. Let's start. For starters, where did I go? It's been like 3 months and there's been little to no word aside from me just answering your guys' comments. So where did I disappear to? If you guys don't care about, where I've been, you guys just want to see the actual developments that happen in the game, skip to this timestamp right there. That should be where I start talking about development. Anywho's, here's my list of excuses. I wrote down excuses in my script. First things first, school started back up. When I started working on Alter and when I made the first 2 devlogs, it was in the middle of my winter break. Now that I'm making this devlog, it's my spring break. There's a bit of a relationship there, but I am going to try to be better about this. Obviously, I want to make more devlogs. I just got really swamped with school this semester. Obviously, I'm going to prioritize working on Alter over working on another video. While having a small bit of clout is nice, I don't really care about it. I'm here to work on Alter. Alter is my dream project, and Alter is always going to be the main focus. Speaking on that though, I did go in a bit of an Alter slump. I never completely stopped development of the game, but it definitely did slow down at times these past couple months. For reasons I'll go more in depth on later, I got a little burnt out on the project. So to combat that, I joined a couple game jams, so that's about a week or 2 gone already, but they were game jams that I definitely learned from. I'm not going to really go in depth about them. If you want to see them, I'll put the game jam links in the description below so you guys can check them out, but this isn't my life story, this is an Alter devlog. And then lastly, I've been teaching myself how to 3D model and animate characters. Don't worry, I didn't 3D model Alter's character, I wouldn't disgrace him like that, but I thought these skills would definitely be useful, at least for early development. Instead of being unable to design levels the way that I want to because I don't have a specific building in this specific shape, instead I could just get a quick block out, just make a quick block out that can stand in for a building and then we can replace them later on. This way I can design levels the way I actually want instead of designing levels around pre-made assets. I am still going to use lots of pre-made assets, but this way I can design the levels a bit more the way I want them to be. And I also attempted to learn how to animate. That's the furthest I'm going to go into depth about that because it did not turn out well. Now for a little bit of eye candy, and also because he's in every single clip past this, here's the Alter 3D model. It was done by an amazing artist on Fiverr of all places, and her name was Hannah Draws 9. I'll link her gig in the comments below because guys, this model turned out freaking amazing. Using the AI design concepts that I showed in the last video, together we, but mostly she, designed and modeled this Alter model, and it is so cool. There's so much detail. It looks so much cooler than I think I ever possibly imagined. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because I think it looks so good. I'm really excited to get him in the game, and I'm really excited to see what you guys think. Now, why did I restart the project? To be frank, there was one reason that I told myself, and in retrospect, there were 2 reasons why I think I really did it. The reason that I thought was because I thought my game didn't look good at all. I thought it just didn't feel natural, and it didn't give the AAA vibes I was trying to emulate. This is dumb. I know I'm one person, and I don't usually let myself do dumb things like this, but I did. I remade the project in ALS, or the Advanced Locomotion System. Now, I'm going to play these 2 animations side by side, and you tell me if you see a difference in the way Alter walks. Did you see that? Well, neither my friends nor girlfriend did. In the OG Alter, when Alter turns around, there was no real turn animation. The character just spins and he's already running in the opposite direction. In the ALS Alter, there's a slight turn animation that literally no one noticed. And that's why I restarted. I was complaining about putting you guys on a guillotine. Really, I deserve to be there myself. So, in retrospect, why do I think I really restarted the project? One thing, I started getting stressed out by my code. I wrote so much spaghetti code, and especially in Unreal Engine with the blueprint nodes, it's really easy for things to get messy and confusing, and it happens quick. The next reason why I think I restarted, I think I was lost. On the OG Alter, I made the combat, I got all the powers in, he was moving, there was bad guys, but there was no real gameplay. I didn't have a game loop, and I didn't know what to do. I had made everything that I set out as the basics, but without an actual idea for gameplay, I was just lost. I had a combat simulator with a couple cool powers and a purple mannequin, but nothing else. So I restarted. Now my rants are done, here's actual developments that have been made in the project. First things first, I made a GDD for Alter, also known as a game design document, to help me find my way and to give me a gameplay loop. I blocked out a couple nights where I did no coding, no modeling, nothing, except just writing down ideas for gameplay into a document. With help from my girlfriend, who I forced to listen to all of my game development talk, we figured out a gameplay loop. We had an idea that sounded fun, and it sounded like it emulated the superhero experience really well. Have you played Hitman? I love the game. The freedom it gives the players and the way Agent 47 is both his own character but also just a puppet for the player is amazing. All of his actions are up to you. You could be the stealthiest hitman, the loudest hitman, the best or the worst, it's up to the player. I like that. So we're stealing it.
Mine.
I'll link the actual GDD in the comments below, so you want to check it out, it's there, but here's the basics of how it's gonna go. Basically, each level is a huge map, and in it there's a supervillain that you have to locate and beat up. The player can replay each level as much as they want to get faster times or more achievements in the level, etc, etc. From start to finish, the gameplay goes, Alter can pick one of multiple entrances to start the level at. Whether it's a front entrance or a vent or a back door, it's up to Alter, hence the player, where they're going to be starting. Then, Alter must find the room that the supervillain is located in. Using chatter from nearby guards and goons saying things like, "Man, I don't get it. Why are we stuck down here guarding these doors when so-and-so is in the northern part of the building?" Using this and other context clues, the player can dial in on where exactly the boss is located and then fight the boss. Oh wait, almost forgot to mention, the room where the boss spawns is randomly decided out of multiple rooms before you start the level. Yeah, so you can't just play the level once, find where he is, and then restart to skip on over there so you can get a quicker time. Using the context clues are necessary for you to really locate the boss as quick as possible. Unless you want to check each and every room the villain could possibly spawn in, however, that's slow and it comes with a risk. The longer you are out, the more likely you are to get spotted by one of the goons and forced into combat. It is my goal to work on this dumb combat and AI to make the combat super difficult. I still want you to have a power trip, but I also want you to, maybe not want to get into combat. Then lastly, once you find where the boss is, it's not an easy click, you're dead, now you run like it is in Hitman. Instead, it's more like an Elden Ring boss fight. So those are the main points of the gameplay loop. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I don't know how well I described this, but I'll go more in detail in later videos. Also, like I said earlier, the actual document itself is below, so if you want to check it out, you can if you're feeling it. I'm excited to hear what you guys think. This is definitely a huge change, but I think it clears my path a bit more. Instead of it just being, hey, I want a cool superhero game, now it's, I want a cool, more specific superhero game. And I think that's good for development. In terms of actual development, let me start with the little bits that I actually did on the game before I restarted then unrestarted. I gave the guy with guns some sounds. He still has no gun yet though, so he's probably just making the sounds with his mouth. I've started working on AI pathing as it's a pretty important part to the new gameplay loop. The AI can't see you if it's stuck on one spot facing a wall, so I need to work on that. That's not completely finished though, so moving on. I've also got a boss that can now spawn in different locations each time you restart the level. I'm still designing the actual boss moveset, but once that's figured out, I'll let you guys know ASAP. I've also completely designed what I believe and hope will be the level for the tech demo. I want to get a tech demo out soon, so you guys can get your hands in the game and let me know what you think. Now that I have a goal, I think it's much more possible than it was before. On the restarted project, aka everything that was scrapped, I got teleportation in and I got Alter's 3D model in. And that's about as far as I got with actual game development. What I spent most of my time on while I was in the restarted level was designing a level and 3D modeling it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to the Agra Casino. It was meant to be a casino that was home to the boss that I'll talk about probably next video, but this was the first real thing that I completely 3D modeled by myself. I don't know if you could tell, but it's terrible. I was studying casino architecture plans and I tried emulating them to make this feel like a real casino. There's slot machines, bars, nightclubs, bathrooms, stores, dark voids, etc, etc. But when I unrestarted my project, I did not bring this Agra Casino with me. Why? This Agra Casino is cool-ish. This is the most work that I did when I restarted my project. It's like a month of work. Why am I scrapping it and replacing it with these boxes? While making this casino was nice and a huge learning process, I designed it with a casino architect's mind state instead of a level designer's mind state. Obviously, I want to make fun levels and fun games. I'm not making an actual casino, and I think my thirst for making the game as realistic as possible really overtook my game developer mind state here. I want to make fun levels, and that starts in the very beginning. I can't start a level thinking I'm making a casino. I'm making a level first and then a casino after. You would think that's common knowledge. You would think. Next, this casino showed me that while making a semi-realistic looking thing is easier than it's ever been in the game industry, it doesn't mean that's good. As the saying that I wish I learned earlier goes, good art direction is better than realistic graphics. Alter had realistic graphics, but it had no art direction. And to me, it just did not look good. This leads me to the final big change that I've made in the past couple months. Alter doesn't have to be a realistic looking game. I want a good looking game, don't get me wrong, but when I think of good looking games, I don't just think of the Assassin's Creeds, the Red Dead Redemptions, and the Forza Horizons. I also think of games like Breath of the Wild, Borderlands, Okami. I mean, can you believe that this game came out in 2006? The point I'm making is that a game doesn't have to be realistic to look good. I've started to look less and less at the Spider-Man 2018 game as a reference for graphics, and I've started to look more into Ultimate Spider-Man and Into the Spider-Verse. I loved their comic style, and I realized it fit my vision of the game so much more than when I was trying to force my game to look like a 4K resolution ray-traced version of the real world. Does it suck that I paid, money to get this 3D model to look realistic? Yep, but on the bright side, now you guys can critique Alter's design in the comments and we can all work together to make something that looks even better for when we stylize the project. Now, this video is a lot to digest. A lot. So much has changed in this project from the last devlog, just in the overall philosophy and my mindset working on this. And I think that's why this script took me 4 or 5 times to write. I understand some of you guys might not like the changes, but hey, if you still want to see Alter progress, stick around. Maybe it'll be awesome. At the end of the day, this is my dream game, and I think the further into development we get, the more I will discover what I want, and the more I hear from you guys, the more feedback on these changes I can have. It'll just lead to the best possible game for both me and hopefully you guys. I think sometimes the heart doesn't truly know what it wants until what it wants is standing right in front of it. So then the heart settles on what it's more used to. I think over the course of these couple months, not much has happened in development, and I'm so sorry for that. But I think I've discovered what I truly want from this project. I promise the next devlog will have more actual game development done instead of just designs and philosophy changes, but thus goes game development. I want to thank my patron, the actual GOAT, Vincent Cody. Your support means so much to me. So much. If you guys also want to help support this project, my Patreon link is still in the link below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next one, hopefully not in 3 months. I want a better upload schedule than Michael Reeves. Anyways, Adios. And thank you.